boys and girls. We are on chapter 12, lesson 11. I think this is the last lesson in chapter 12. All right, it is called Patterns in Measurement Units. Patterns in Measurement Units. So this goes right along with all of the measurement units you've learned in this chapter, but it's kind of like they're giving you a puzzler. They're giving you charts with numbers on them, and you have to think about which of those units of measurement you've been learning about match these number patterns. So let's look at number 3. The directions say each table shows a pattern for 2 customary units of time or volume. Label the columns of the table. Okay, so it's customary units, which we know is what we use here in America, pounds, feet, all that good stuff. But it's for time or volume. Okay, so time is time. That's not really customary, but time is, days, weeks, seconds, all that good stuff. And then volume, cups, gallons, quarts, all that stuff. All right, let's look at number 3. Down the first column, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1 of something equals, let's go down the second column, 2 of something else, 4 of something else, 6 of something else, 8 of something else, 10 of something else. Oh, this is a puzzler. Let's think about time first. Does 1 of anything in time equal 2 of anything? I don't think so. I don't think this is a time one. I think this is going to be a volume one. Oh, I just thought of it, I think. If you have 1 of something, it is equal to 2 of something else, and they're kind of small units of volume. And remember volume, guys? Volume, liquid volume. This is what I do for my students. I think about a V that's like filled with liquid in there. That's how I remember volume. Volume, you can fill up that V. You can fill it with cubes or liquid or whatever. Okay, that's volume. Okay, so 1 what in volume equals 2 of something else? I'm going to give you a clue. Oh, I should have put my measurement chart up here. I bet you already know it though, don't you? P-I-N, right? So these are pints over here. 1 pint is the same as 2. That's right, cups. So then if you have 2 pints, you have 4 cups, 3 pints, 6 cups, 4 pints, 8, etc. Oh, that was a tricky one. I probably have told you this before, but customary volume, that is not my favorite at all. All right, let's look at number 4. 1 of something equals 7 of something, and 2 equals 14, 3 equals 21. Now remember, it's volume or time. I can't, oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's a time one this time. Time this time. Can you think of 1 unit of time that's equal to 7 of something else in time? And if you have your measurement sheet, you can look at it right now. I bet you can find it. 1, I'll start the first letter again, equals 7. Oh, this might be the one that's not even on your sheet. I bet you know it though. 1 week equals 7 days. So 2 weeks equals 14 days. 3 weeks is 21 days. 4 weeks is 28 days. 5 weeks is 35 days. And if you look down this way, do you notice it's just the multiples of 7 going down? Right? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. That's why this is patterns in measurement, right? Good work. Oh, here's another table. Now this is like a mystery table, isn't it? And there are 2 questions about it. The directions say use the table for 5 and 6. All right, let's see 5. Marguerite made the table to compare 2 metric measures of length. Name a pair of units Marguerite could be comparing. And then let's see what number 6 says. Name another pair of metric units of length that have the same relationship. All right, I'm going to have to go back in my memory here. Metric, right here, metric measures of length. And another pair. So this chart you can use for 2 different metric measures of length. So before we go any further, length is meters. Length in the metric system is measured in meters. Okay? So like, does 1 meter equal 10 something? I don't know. Are we thinking? Let me see. There are millimeters. There are centimeters. There are decimeters. And then, of course, our good friend meters. So let's think about this. Since I don't have the chart up here, remember when we were talking about comparing these meters, if you stretch your arms out, like maybe a meter would go from one wrist or one palm to the other palm, meter stick long. The millimeter, if you remember, was like the point of your pencil lead, right? And just that point of pencil lead is 1 millimeter wide. They're teeny. Centimeters, those were like your pinky nails, right? Going across. That would be a centimeter about. And then a decimeter, do you remember what we did for a decimeter? Is like your hand. This is where I would always draw it, a giant pinky. Giant pinky again. But a decimeter is about across your hand. Now that helps me right there. 1 watt is the same as 10 watt. All right, the first one I'm thinking about is decimeters. Okay, so I remember that I could put 10 hands across a meter stick. So one thing I could label that first column with is meters, and the second could be decimeters. Do you remember putting 10 hands across a meter stick? Okay, so 1 meter is 10 decimeters, 2 meters is 20 decimeters, and so on down the chart. Now another pair of metric units. All right, let's look here at the list. We have millimeters, centimeters, decimeters. Do 10 millimeters make something? 10 of those little pencil points across? They do, don't they, guys? 10 of those little pencil points, millimeters, make 1 centimeter. So let me see. 1 centimeter, or I'll start with that because that's the unit that is 1 that equals 10 of the other one. So 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters. I really have to think about metrics a little bit harder because we don't use the metric system, right? So 1 meter is the same as 10 decimeters, so that's one way we could have labeled it, meter to decimeter. Or 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters. And here's our pattern, straight down by tens, right? All right, awesome. Way to go, metric system. All right, so this is number 1 on the back. Joanne made a table to relate 2 units of measure. The number pairs in her table are 1, 16, 2, 32, 3 and 48, 4 and 64. What are the best labels for Joanne's table? All right, so let's take a peek at this one more time. Here are the number pairs. 1 and 16, 2 and 32, 3 and 48, 4 and 64. So I'm looking at 1 and 16 because I know the rest are just multiples of 16 going down, right? 3 and 48 and 4, those are just the multiples of 16. So what I want to think about is the 1 and the 16. 1 what to 16? Oh, let's look at the choices. Is 1 cup 16 fluid ounces? Are you looking at your chart? Find that on your chart. No. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces, right? So now let's go gallons to quarts. You can look at your chart. If you don't have it, I always think quart as quarter, right? 1 gallon equals 4 quarters. All right, pounds to ounces. Does 1 pound equal 16 ounces? Oh, it does, doesn't it? Pounds, does that work? 1 pound to the ounces? I think it does. Oh, look at the P, it's like smushed. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the winner, but let's look at the last one. Yards to inches. Oh no, 1 yard, that equals 36 inches, right? No, that's not right. It's definitely C. And if you're using your measurement chart, I know that that one was like, poof, I got it. All right, now let's pop down here to the review. Chapter 12, Lesson 10. We just finished this one. Carrie mixed 3 gallons, 2 quarts of lemonade drink with 2 gallons, 3 quarts of pink lemonade to make punch. How much more lemon lime drink did Carrie use than pink lemonade? All right, let's go reread this now. Carrie mixed 3 gallons, 2 quarts with 2 gallons, 3 quarts. Oh, so she's making a mystery drink here. A lemon lime drink and pink lemonade together. I wonder what color that is. How much more, oh, look at this. How much more lemon lime drink did Carrie use than pink lemonade? How much more? They want to know the difference, which is screaming subtraction. So 3 gallons, 2 quarts minus 2 gallons, 3 quarts. All right, got this, you guys. So we'll start with the smaller unit, right? The quarts. 2 minus 3. Oh, we have to regroup. Oh my goodness. Goodbye, 1 gallon. Now we just have 2 gallons. And we have to bring that gallon over here as quarts. Oh, we just talked about this. How many quarts are in a gallon? Remember quart, quarter, right? 4. So we had 2 quarts. Now we are adding on 4 more quarts. Where did that come from? Right here, that gallon. We are regrouping a gallon, so we have to bring it over here as 4 quarts, right? Okay, so we are bringing over 4 quarts. We already had 2 quarts. So what do we have now? 6 quarts. So 6 minus 3 is 3 quarts. You can probably already find the answer right now. 2 minus 2 is nothing. So I'm looking, yep, there it is, A. Awesome. Well, that was a good practice with that regrouping. Guys, you're doing awesome, awesome. Your chapter 12 was amazing. I hope you do fantastic on the test. I'll see you soon.